Christian, leave, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, you want to be in the video too. What's your name? What's his name?
Bobo.
Bobo, you got a butt, don't you? You're a dog.
Hey, one of the 4 comments asked.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications on when I post. Back at it again, me and Gabby, cheers! And we're gonna talk about ABT Irvine. So Mia's gonna talk to us about ABT Irvine and summer intensive she attended. And so I'm just gonna ask her a bunch of questions about it and she's gonna give us some insight. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you enjoy this content, make sure you drop a comment, make sure you like so you can help me get out there and let the YouTube gods know to promote this video. That being said, tell us about the audition process. Oh, also we're mukbang right now. With literally one thing. I kind of want to try it. Let's dang. Me literally being lactose intolerant. Something that has a ton of cheese on it. I'm like, I don't see the problem. Anyways, we're hyped up on coffee, and so don't judge us. Okay, tell us about the audition process.
Okay, so the auditioning, I was really nervous. Stop! Go away! Go away!
I'm doing it.
Then I'll let you know when it beeps again. Go in your room.
I'm making your food.
I don't eat chicken, idiot.
I'm getting your.
I've told you never mind.
Okay, so tell us about the audition process. Well,
Not to brag.
not trying to breathe.
Not trying to brag, but I made this.
Do you know what video I'm talking about? Who cares about that?
Get into it.
Talk to me, darling. It's alright. Start with bar.
I'm
Were you
kidding.
nervous?
I'm kidding. So, like, overall, I was nervous, like, building up to, like, going in, just because, like, the amount of people and seeing the instructors, it's just, like, a very professional environment. But, like, once you're in there, everyone is just as nervous as you, and you feel more comfortable. It's just taking a ballet class, and
Yeah.
it's not like they're, like, point your toe, do this, like, they'll come up to you and help you and, like, give you corrections or, like, compliment you. So it's, like, it felt like a normal ballet class, like I was just taking someone else's class, so, but, like, of course, it's always in your head, like, you gotta do your best, you gotta look like them, if not better, like, yeah.
But once you got in, you realized, like, oh, everyone else is
You're just
nervous.
like, okay, like, the nerves are still there, but it's, like, way easier. You're not just like, I hope no one's looking at me, I hope no one sees my leotard, like,
So, how many judges were there? Like 2, 3?
they're coming in and out, like, the most there were, like, 4.
That's a lot of people looking at you, though.
Like, one was an instructor, there was a live piano player. Pianist?
Pianist.
Pianist.
So then you got accepted, and
Honestly, not at first.
mm,
I was at like a show for dance, and my mom told me that I got waitlisted, and like if you're a dancer, you know waitlisted is like. So I was just like, okay, I could get in, like I'm close, but like I also couldn't. Just like stay humble, like know that it may not be this year but next.
yeah.
And like 2 weeks later, I was in rehearsal at my studio, and my mom came in like video recording, and I was just like, what? And and like
You had no idea?
I had no idea, and she was
Wow.
recording, and I was just like, what? Like, and I have the video. I was like, all awkward because she just walked in, like,
And started videotaping.
yeah, and I was like, who's this too? And like, nobody knew I auditioned for ABT yet, because I didn't announce it till I got accepted in. And so like everyone was just like, and I was like, really? Like,
Wow.
it was very exciting. Like for me, I was really excited because I didn't know what to expect. But
That's huge. Okay, so found out you got off the wait list. Tell us about move-in day. Were you scared, or were you like, because you were 13, right? Were you like totally nervous, or were you like, oh no, I got this?
So like moving into the dorms, it was like a half and half feeling. I was like scared to be alone and like be with a bunch of strangers and leave my family for 3 weeks. But then again, I was like, this is so exciting. It's like I'm in college. Like you're just like, wow, I'm a big girl.
Yeah.
But it was like really fun because you kind of got to decorate a little bit and move in, and I love like
Doing that kind of stuff.
like I love moving in and moving out, like
Yeah.
packing and unpacking, because it's just like fresh new start.
And you're just living with one other person, or?
I think there was like one room that like 3 people could stay in together, but the rest of us had like just one roommate, and it was like a typical dorm. Like it was the same thing, but just like inverted on each side. So she got a mirror, and I got like an extra drawer or something, or like I can't remember, but like there was like one difference for like just bad things.
And you're on a college campus, right? You're at UCI's campus, so would you guys like ever walk around the campus and just kind of explore it too? That's
Yeah. You kind of had to like walk through the entire campus. So the first day we went, we were doing evaluations and like going over the rules, and like you just had to get the full rundown if you're gonna stay there. And so they gave us a tour of the entire campus. And when you're walking to classes, you have to walk to different buildings at the school. So they had like room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4. Room
So
5.
do you get like a map so you know where you're going?
They do give you a map, and they do like have everything printed out. They changed the like you had a schedule for week 1, and then they post the new one for week 2, and then a new one for week 3, and like there are 4 or 5 different levels, but they're like I was in yellow, and then there's blue, and then there's like red or something. I can't remember them because
So tell us about that. Like, is it the first day you get placed into a certain level, or?
Yeah, like the first day of like actually dancing is all evaluation. So you go to a bunch of classes, and the dance portion, like you have all the instructors watching you and just like critiquing everything. And
It's like the audition all over
yeah.
again.
Yeah, but like this time you're with everyone that actually got accepted. So it's like in your head you're like, wow, these are like
They
the
made
top
it.
people. Like they made it.
Okay, cool. So then tell us about technique classes, point classes. Like, take us through a typical week.
It was honestly different for each, so I like don't like I remember it, but I like don't like
Just
like exactly. So each day we had around 4 or 5 classes, and you would have like your typical ballet class, and then you'd have your point, and then the others kind of change. So you would always have a ballet point, but throughout the week and throughout like the days, throughout the days, like it would change. So on day 1 I had a ballet class, and then I had a point class, and then we went to nutrition, and you learn like healthy diet for dancers, or like how to take care of yourself, just everything.
It's diverse.
Yeah, it's just very like not only is it like you're practicing ballet and trying to improve, you're like
Learning the ins and outs.
yeah, it's like an educational.
Cool. So you had like, tell us about the other classes, like jazz or lyrical, or.
Yeah, they didn't have a lyrical class, it was called modern, and like that's very typical for like companies and all that.
To have the modern
Yeah,
on top of
but
that.
it was like I'm in like contemporary and lyrical classes at my studio, but like this was like very different, very like just like feeling everything out, and like it was like really odd but very cool to like be in that class.
Something different from ballet. Cool. So was it intimidating, like being in front of like these are company teachers? Like was it intimidated, or was it more laid back, or?
Yeah, I mean all the teachers were very very like chill. I think there was one a couple that are
Yeah.
all the teachers were very like laid back. I mean, they were still teachers, so they like the teachers were nice, but they were like they were doing what they came there to do. Like if people were not behaving correctly, like
Put it back in line.
get them back in check. Like if you have a correction, it's a correction. It's not like you're in a ballet class. It's like they are there to
Kind of correct
make
the
you
whip.
see your mistakes when you're dancing, and that's the whole point of the intensive. And you don't really get like scared when they're talking to you. You're just like, okay, thank you. Like
But you don't forget it either.
you don't forget it. Like 'cause their eyes are literally on everyone at all times. It's not like their eyes aren't on you because like the like one of the teachers, like he could see everyone. He was always paying attention to everyone and all their like corrections and mistakes and technique and everything like that. And I think that's the teacher that I was mainly like.
Always attentive with.
Yeah, like I was always, and there were rooms that you didn't have a mirror. Like,
Oh my god.
like we were talking about that earlier, how like there wasn't a mirror, so you're relying on yourself and
To remember.
the teacher to like kind of get that
Self-correct.
together. Like, so that was like the hardest part. Probably was like taking classes on a stage because you can't see yourself and correct yourself. So you're either waiting to be yelled at or you're just hoping that you're doing it right.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think the reason I like grew so much after that was because like when you're there, you're like, I have to look good in front of these instructors. I have to look good in front of these other people because you're like trying to match other people that are good, and then that's just like
But that's cool because it keeps you in line. You can't
Yeah.
like just be like, oh yeah, I know I'm already the best one in the room, so I'm gonna give half effort. It's like I know I'm not the best one in the room, therefore I need to give 100% effort every single class.
And honestly, every day it was like harder and harder, but every day like it was the same combos. It was the same combos, and it was like not the same corrections. Every day it was something new, but the same combo, and you just like always find something to correct. Like the first day with in my ballet class after being evaluated, we like focused on feet, technique in the feet, like what to.
All right, so you're always on edge in this. So tell us a little bit about like outside of the classroom. Did they give you activities? Did you do fun stuff? Like what did you guys do once class was done for the day? Or you ended at like 4 or 5, right? Every day?
Yeah, so usually a couple times a week I would get visitors from like my family, so we would go out for an hour and then come back. But every time you leave, you have to check in and out, and like everybody has to be aware of where you are because like they're very like strict on all like keeping everyone there and like safe. But we went to the beach on one day. We went to Knott's Berry Farm on one day.
This is with the intensive people? Oh, cool.
So we went on like little field trips, and like at any time, if you check out and you get permission and like everyone knows where you are, you can walk like a block down from the campus to like all the stores. So like it's literally living a college life. Like you can go places as long as you check in and out. It's just more like cautious because you're still underage and a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was cool. We did a bunch of stuff like that. I know like the counselors that stayed in the dorms with us, they're just like young adults that were babysitting us during the night and we weren't at classes, and they would take us like around the campus to like do photo shoots or like see the area and like know about it and just I don't know, like
That's kind of fun though, because it gives you a little bit
Yeah.
of freedom. And,
yeah, and they also took us to one of the college like ballet performances. It was really cool. I still have like all my stuff in ABT upstairs. I have my name tag and my hairpiece and my
Yeah.
tickets to Knott's.
You'll literally never forget an experience like that. Like it's forever. Yeah.
Like that.
Okay, so let's go towards the end of the intensive. Tell us about like the performance. So you're practicing the piece at least once a week, right?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, every day, like since the beginning of the intensive, or maybe like 2.5 weeks out of the 3, we had like a 1.5 hour to 3 hour class every day practicing the piece that we'd be performing at the final performance and final day. And honestly, that one was probably the hardest class for me because it was like we're just going over and going over and going over, and you have to look like everyone else. And it was a pretty hard piece, like especially when you have to match everyone and like.
And I feel like the teachers give it once and they're like, "Did you get that?"
Yeah.
They'll give you a 30-minute piece. They're like, "Did you pick that up?"
Yes. And I was like fresh on point too. Like I'd only been on point for when I auditioned. I was only on point for like a couple months, and then at the intensive I was.
But that's pretty impressive that like
Yeah.
you got off the wait list like with
Yeah.
a little under a year on point, you know.
Honestly, the audition didn't even like we did one combo on point and center, and that was it. So I was like surprised that we didn't do more because there was so much point work at the intensive. Like
Yeah.
that's putting a lot of trust in your audition. But
I mean, I think they could see a lot in one combination now. So
it was like kind of like a susu plie pirouette down and then,
So then you did the performance. Tell us about that day.
the performance was honestly so laid back. I mean, a lot of us were still super nervous, but like we got to repeat tutus and we got to like get ready and take pictures, and everyone was kind of just like being professional but chill. Like we wanted to have fun because it was our last day all together. And they had, because the classes were so big, they split it into 2 shows. So like we would get a break until like we had to leave just to hang out. And it was really fun. I mean, the stage was like pretty big. Like you can't see the audience, but you can like, it's like actually like a cartoon where you can like see the outlines of people, but you can't see their faces or anything. It was just very like professional feeling, and you just like your ego goes up and down like during the entire intensive. Like your ego goes up and down the entire time. It's like I did that good, I looked this good, like the performance was good, I'm actually here. Like there's so many thoughts going through your head the entire time.
Yeah. Wow, that's really cool. And I'm sure those friends, like, are there people you still talk to or stay in touch with?
I have mainly 2 really close friends that I FaceTime like every day to every other day. And
Wow.
we make plans, but they all live like in different areas. Like I have friends from the intensive that live in Arizona or LA. Some live more towards Oregon. Like they're just from everywhere. And I was like, it was sad to like leave after, because I didn't think I was gonna make any friends because I was like very introvert, but like you make friends with everyone and then leaving you're like never seeing them again.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like those people you stay in touch with on social media, and like those are lifelong people that you know, and you can just kind of follow their life too and what they ended up doing with you. So, well, thank you for sharing. That's so cool. Thank you for taking the time to do that. If you guys have any comments or you want to see more videos like this, make sure you drop a comment. I love replying to what you guys have to say, and you always give me good ideas. So, like always, make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you guys in the next video. Cheers! Bye!